I'm not even gonna lie. I feel a little bit stuck. A little bit stuck at work, a little bit stuck within content creation. I've been a recruiter for like going on 7 years. I enjoy recruiting, but I don't necessarily know if I want to be a recruiting manager per se. Do I really want to pivot my career? Do I want to try to do something else? Do I want to see if I want to be a recruiting manager, if it will work out, if I were to get moved to a recruiting manager? So that's where I'm at right now. Career wise, I'm at a place of trying to figure it out. And I know some of you all are there too. And just want to say you're not alone. You are not alone. It's so many of us who are feeling this sense of what is next for me when it comes to all aspects of life. As y'all know, I'm gonna be a husband soon, father in February, still doing content, still working my 9 to 5. There's a lot of different variables in my life where right now is the true time to lock in and get it all together for sure, for sure. At least that's how I feel. I don't know if y'all know or not, y'all might know, but I signed to an agency about a month and a half ago. And it's been great. It's been great to have an agency respond to like emails for me when it comes to partnerships, source out partnerships, things like that. Think about me when different things come to their table. That's been awesome. It also adds another level of pressure and another level of business like to content creation, if that makes sense. I'm the type of content creator where I thrive with a lot of freedom to create quality, to create my own vibe and things like that. Not to say that I can't do that with the agency, because they pretty much want you to continue to be yourself and do that. But y'all know I've been doing long form for so long that my mind is kind of trained for like long form videos. So a big push now is short form video, TikTok, Instagram, shorts. That isn't necessarily my style, but I have to adapt and, I have to add in a new layer of editing, capturing people's attention. Like the whole landscape of content creation has changed since I started in like late 2017, 2018. And it's been a constant grind to keep up with all the new things, all the constant learning, all the pivots of content creation, seeing where things are going, but also staying true to who you are as a person and what you enjoy creating about and doing. And I just love long form. I love, putting together an idea, mapping it out, getting different shots, the color grade, making sure it's quality, like vlogs. I enjoy long form vlogs, day in the life. Like I love that type of stuff. But when you got to think about doing those things and compacting it to a 60-second video is so hard for me. The one thing I'm glad that the agency is stretching me and challenging me to step outside of my comfort zone. But it's also a thing of realizing like my style is my style too. So I'm kind of at a crossroads there, because I want growth and I want to continue to grow in the content creation space, and I have to level up with the times. It's hard to figure out the best way to tackle short form videos for the type of videos I make. I like giving advice. I like doing day in the life vlogs. I like sharing aspects of my life to help others. But sometimes when you think about like short form videos, it has to be entertaining. It has to be quick, get people's attention. You have to really be able to lock down the way that content is presented when it comes to short form video. And honestly, I can be real with myself. That is a struggle for me. So I'm stuck because I need to grow. When you're assigned to an agency and when you're thinking about different partnerships and, getting these deals and things like that, they're thinking about the numbers. They're thinking about like, okay, can you get from 13K followers to 20K followers in about 2-3 months? And when you think about the output that requires to even get close to that, it's a lot of output. It could be 2 videos a day, 3 videos a day, 1 video every single day throughout the week. You know, a lot of times with short form, it's about volume and it's about pushing out content after content after content. And that's never been my style. So for me, it's like I'm trying to adapt to it, and I know I can. It's taking time, but I also don't want to let down the agency. I also don't want to miss out on partnerships because maybe they're looking out for people who are more established when it comes to short form video. So I'm really trying to map out how I want to approach short form for myself. To me, it's just difficult, man. It's difficult. And I didn't think it would be this difficult. At the end of the day, I've never been a content creator worrying about the numbers like to the T. But when you're working with agencies and when you hear about what partners and brands are looking for, the only thing they're going off is numbers. I'm realizing that for short form, it's less about true quality, if that makes sense. Like, yeah, you can't have like blurry images and bad audio, but when it comes to the camera equipment, the mic, and things like that, you don't need the top of the line. A lot of content creators are using their phones, of course the Osmo, which I have that. It's not requiring deep in-depth production anymore. But on YouTube long form, it somewhat requires that. So that's where I'm stuck at because I love long form and I love my way of shooting long form and I love my way of showing up as a long form content creator. But showing up as a short form content creator has been one of the most challenging asks I've received in a while because it requires so much of a remapping of the mind, of storytelling, of it getting instant grabs, instant attention, figuring out a good cadence, producing way more. A lot of that can take a toll on you as a person. It could take a toll on how you show up, the quality, all of that, right? I'm just trying to figure out a system that works best for me in content creation as I try to increase my number of short form videos. But it takes a lot of support. I got 113K subscribers on here, but only got 13K on Instagram. It's harder to take an audience on YouTube and get them to follow you and support you on another platform that is different from how YouTube operates versus like a TikTok to Instagram. There's some similarities there. Instagram to TikTok, there's some similarities there. It's mostly sort of short form and, people are, making videos that they can repost on those short form platforms. Honestly, sometimes I feel punished for having a larger following on YouTube because certain brands and certain partners aren't looking for that type of content of long form, which is what got me to, over 100K and the silver play button. They don't care about the silver play button. They don't care about the trajectory, where I started, how far I came. They care about the numbers. Are you getting views? Are you getting comments? Are you getting shares, likes? Are people coming to your videos and supporting and your engagement rates are high? That's what they're looking for. And just being real, my engagement rates hasn't been where they need to be for the magnitude that I have on YouTube. And then it's definitely not where it needs to be on like TikTok and Instagram. So my task with the agency is to make sure that I'm able to grow my following on Instagram and TikTok by utilizing more short form content and having a strategy for that. It's been extremely challenging, but I'm glad that it's stretching me and I'm glad that I have a challenge, right? Because I have been comfortable on YouTube for all these years and I have been comfortable with my flow of editing and my working style. Honing in on short form has been difficult because it changes my workflow, it changes the storytelling, it changes somewhat the content that I have to post, it changes your mind frame of how you show up as a short form content creator. It's completely different and the support looks different. I just want to say I'm human. I feel stuck sometimes. I don't have it all figured out. I'm not perfect. I'm just being real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not the type of person where I'm going to come on here and act like I got it all figured out. I am learning as you all go, as you all learn, as you all get immersed into the content creation space. I only speak for, my experience, and that's what it's all about. It's all about learning as you go. But I can't be remiss and say, like, I don't feel stuck in certain areas of life right now. And sometimes feeling stuck in the area is like allowing you to hone in and really, really push yourself to open up new doors. So that's what I'm praying for in this season as I go through this season of feeling stuck and trying to figure things out, and working through different challenges that I have in my personal life, content creation, work, and things like that. I want to say I am thankful for you all, like I say in all my videos, but I would really, really appreciate it if you support me on Instagram and TikTok as well. It will help me out if you comment, if you follow me on there. It will help if you share, if you like, because I realize that the content creation world has changed. And as much as I don't care about the numbers and don't care about the amount of comments and things like that, I'm now in a season where I'm almost forced to have to think about, like, how that affects me and my future as a content creator, which sucks. That's the way that content creation has moved into and morphed into. If you're trying to grow and you're trying to get partnerships and you're trying to, not be stagnant, it's kind of sort of about numbers these days. And I hate that. I'm gonna tell y'all this: nothing is worse than going to your monthly agency meeting and they want to update on, your followers, the amount of videos you published and things like that, and everything still look the same. There's no movement. There's not much, growth. Sometimes it's embarrassing, So I'm trying to get to a point where I can stay true to who I am, still be authentic, and also create short form videos that are engaging and allow people to learn valuable, start conversations, and looks well, but also get pushed to where people want to share with other people and people want to comment and like, and not just watch and scroll up and scroll past. I'm trying to get to that sweet spot, and it's hard, man. I've been posting a lot of short form video trying to get my reps up. You got to get your reps in. So I'm getting my reps in. So I'm trying to add that into my my day to post more and things like that, but also keep the quality up. But I would really appreciate it if you can share. I would really appreciate it if you could follow me if you haven't on those platforms. It will help me out a lot. Your boy's gonna keep going, you know what I'm saying? Your boy's gonna keep going. I ain't going nowhere. But something gonna shake, you know what I'm saying? Something gonna shake when it comes to, work. Maybe I'll be able to pivot into another area. Maybe I'll get this spark of inspiration to move my career into a management space of recruiting. Maybe pivot and do something completely different, like, I just don't know. You never know what God has in store for you, and you kind of just have to pray on it and go where you feel he is steering you to. And that's what I will keep doing. I hope you all that are feeling stuck, it allows you to dive deeper to figure out where you can move and where you can pivot and come up with a plan. And that's what I'm doing, and that's what I'm continuing to do, and I hope that you're doing it too. But thank you for watching. I'll catch y'all next video. Peace.